What up, y'all? We're getting set up. We're gonna let a few minutes go by, let some people come on the live stream. You're gonna be joining us today. Give us a couple of minutes. We'll be talking about cryotherapy, cold therapy, and I'm gonna be getting thrown into some leg sleeves. I'm gonna get these big thighs squeezed out. So stay tuned. What's going on, Chris? I see you, bro. Dude, it's gonna get real chilly up in here. Week 2, though, I'm pumped about it. If anyone's got any questions or comments for Rob, if you got any comments about cold therapy, about cryo, about the leg compressions, you can just leave a comment in the chat. You can see that we've got comments popping up here so everyone can see it. We'll answer your questions as we go along the next 30 minutes or so. We'll be live streaming through the entire session and be talking, all this good stuff. Are you muted or am I muted? Okay, alright. Alright, I'm gonna get my slippers on, y'all. Get my slippers on, then we're gonna get started here. Got a few more minutes, folks. Got a bunch of people coming across. Right now we're streaming across 4 platforms. We're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or not Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. So, thanks for joining us. I'm going to throw on my mask, I'm going to throw on my slippers, and then we're going to get started. Alright. Woo! I'm a ninja today. Can you guys see me or not? It's frosted right now. It's pretty cold. Rob, how cold is this right now in here?
About negative 150.
Negative 150 right now. So negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting inside this chamber, the cryotherapy chamber. For those of you that don't know what cryotherapy is, essentially what we're doing is using this chamber to put what gas in?
Liquid nitrogen is going to be expressed inside the chamber and rapidly cool down the chamber while Joe's inside.
While I'm inside. How cold is it going to get again?
We're going to try to get you up to about negative 200, negative 225 depending.
So negative 200, negative 225 depending. My head's going to be above this level the whole time, so Not going to be breathing in any of the gases. I know people in the past I've talked to have been worried about, the whole gas and everything. But it's something that is going to be perfectly fine. He's going to rotate me around. The whole theory is that your entire body is going to be the same kind of cold at one time. So instead of taking cold showers or cold baths, where, depending on what water, what part of the bath you're in, the temperatures might fluctuate. The theory is to get the entire chamber, the entire body down to a specific temperature, 360 degrees, with no variations. And recovery process was that good then?
Yeah, so again, most people, if you're active, 1 to 2 times a week would be sufficient. And again, you're just trying to get all that lactic acid, all of the pain and suffering that you've had to go through on a daily basis out of your body. So it's kind of a restart as well. It's a reset.
Yeah. So this week I crushed 3 workouts at CrossFit. Wednesday was a longer workout, 30 minutes at CrossFit. A lot of legs, a lot of back. This morning I did some heavier squats, so it's going to be pretty good right now. While I'm in there, I'm just going to be focusing on breathing, focusing on slow breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, focusing on that rhythm, and then that'll help me not feel as much as the cold, help me throughout the experience. So that's what I'll be doing. Are we going to lower this time?
No, I'm going to actually open it up and get you ready. So whenever you're ready, you're good.
You got gloves on?
Yep. We'll get your gloves on. I thought you were out.
Well, I guess this ring shouldn't go in there, huh?
No, this ring is bad. One glove.
Alright, so again, he's turning it on. I'm going to get in the chamber. He's going to rotate me. It's going to drop down to negative 200 plus degrees. And what's going to happen is my veins, all of the cardiovascular system, the veins are all going to dilate, contract. But once I get out, they'll expand again. The muscles will be released, and then that should help with circulation in the circulatory system. Here we go, y'all.
This thing's a little differently for you. I want to push it right into it, get that whole shock and awe for your system. Turn.
Feeling the cold? 360 cold? Circulatory system's gonna be feeling good. We're gonna flow a lot of blood back into the body.
Hey, hold on.
Good.
Keep it here. Body is telling me it's 20 cold. Start to see its shape. Shiver. Normal. Turn. Going on both sides equal.
See any red? Does anyone see any red?
Nope.
Good. So what Rob's doing now is he's getting the leg sleeves together. Definitely feeling cold. Like I can tell all the way through down. Again, I started to shiver in the beginning, just trying to focus on the breath though, and then that started to kind of release the muscles a little bit.
Especially in the back was starting to shake for you. You know, that's normal in that temperature. Absolutely.
All right, Al. So again, I'm here with Rob. We're in Bristol, Connecticut. So if anyone's looking to book a session here at Cryowave, you got a QR code. It's right there. It's right there. If you scan that QR code, it's gonna take you right to the booking. And if you put the coupon code JoeRapTV in there, you get 10% off your session. So if you like what you're seeing here, if you want to help come in for recovery, this cold compression's the real deal. It does help with the cardiovascular system. It's going to help with recovery. It's all good.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Nope. You're just gonna put this on like a boot. So again, take this one. Just put it on like a boot. Perfect. Comes through. Perfect.
So, y'all, we're all so. Can you give me my shirt too, Rob?
Yep.
Pull it right out of that hoodie there. Put a shirt on this way. You know, guys don't see my nipples get too hard from the cold here. It's probably in the bag. Any chance we could cut that thing?
Yep.
That's right, Chris. Dude, so this is the first time I'm using these leg sleeves. First time I'm using these leg sleeves right now for recovery. But it's perfect timing. I just hit legs this morning, so right now it's the ideal recovery period. So again, what's the whole theory? Can you turn that music down? What's the whole theory behind cold therapy and then compression? Right?
Yeah. So cold therapy.
What are we learning here?
Yeah. Absolutely, guys. So cold therapy is really the only modality that we have that gets your body into that fight or flight. So again, the ice baths are great, but again, you can only get an ice bath 40, 45 degrees. Your body is going to fight it because again, the blood flow is still going to be going on. As you felt right in there when you first got in, that shock to the system, it automatically says to your brain, we cannot survive this, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do?
Okay.
We're going to take all the blood from the outside and we're going to rush it to our core to protect our core. Yep. Now, the core is going to, that circulatory system in the core is going to protect your vital organs. That's always going to happen. But the nice thing is, rich oxygenated blood is going to go through that system. Good nutrients are going to come through that system. And then in the 3 minutes when you come out, everything is going to dilate back out. All of that rich oxygenated blood is going to go back out to the extremities, out into the muscle groups and things of that nature. So for you, especially with the nerve endings, everything kind of dulls. So it is like icing your whole body.
Yeah.
And then that's the reason why we do that first. And then I put you into compression, which is going to help again, massage that area, get the blood flow into the legs. Try to get any lactic acid out into the lymphatic system, get it out of your body.
Yeah.
So again, you're really just using your body and jump starting it to help yourself, and that's the whole holistic idea. Again, you and I were turned on to it because of what we did in the military and how our bodies have felt over the years. If I don't need to put a needle in me or take a medication, that's really how I got started in it, and it's kind of expanded from there.
Yeah, I agree. Bob, Rob, can you turn that camera down a little bit? I want to give them a nice little shot of these little leg sleeves here. Check out these little bad. So you can you see it's on a little you can push it a little higher and then you can there you go. There they are. All right, that's good right there. Look at these things, huh? Woo! Talking about healing. So what he's saying is actually true. So this is the first time I'm wearing these things, and I can feel how it's just coming up my legs, and if I can feel my pulse, right?
Correct. So these have actually two different systems. So again, if you didn't do a leg day, mode A, there are 4 different chambers in the leg itself. The chamber would blow up and then release. Because you've done a leg day and because your legs are sore, you're in mode B. Mode B is a little bit more aggressive. What you're feeling is you'll feel from the toes up. It'll expand from your toes, then to your calf, then to your leg and upper leg, and then it'll all release at the same time. So the idea here is to really aggressively, again, get that blood flowing in the direction that we want, get that lymphatic system working, get the blood going. So it's not, we do have, again, mode A is more of a relaxing, if your legs are fine, more of a massage type of thing.
No,
this is more aggressive towards what you told me.
So it feels great. And so essentially what's happening here is just, it's almost like I'm rolling my legs out with foam rollers and stuff, except I have a sleeve that's just compressing all of that for me in 360 and everything.
Correct. And that's, again, all of these modalities that you're talking about, whether you're using the foam rollers, right? This is all, again, just getting your body to do what it naturally does.
Yeah. Now, the cold exposure, the cold exposure is something that I started doing because that complemented breathing exercises. So if you've been following along with Tactical Pause, you'll be able to see, so Joe Rap TV is the channel that I created where all of my content will be accumulating under. But if you've been doing the breathing exercise with Tactical Pause, you'll have learned that the goal is to try to get the body to the point where it can absorb as much oxygen as possible. Because we're doing these breathing exercises where we're taking more air in than we're letting out. The oxygen is being stored all throughout the body as we're doing that. And the way that you can get more oxygen stored in the body is by having a better flow of blood, the circulatory system. So the cold therapy is something that I started really building content on because it complemented it really well. I still do cold. Right now I'm doing cold showers in the morning, doing cryotherapy here. I'll tell you what, I think I definitely noticed a difference as far as the breathing exercises because, if you guys watch as I go through and do them, the ability to prolong your breath holds, you'll start to notice as you do it, you can do it more and more. I think the cold's definitely added to that. For recovery, again, I'm still training. I'm not to the point like I used to be with as far as exercise, but I still put myself in an athlete kind of realm 3 times a week, hitting Olympic lifting, running, longer endurance stuff. I'm glad that I took the time to start learning about how to actually put in the proper type of recovery process as an athlete, or if you're someone that's exercising. Cold's a part of it. This is a part of it. The meditation's a part of it, right?
Yeah. For me, again, listen, Father Time, you're not going to be able to get rid of Father Time. For me and the business that I've created, it's really quality of life.
Yeah.
So, again, whether you're in your 60s or, again, I'm 48, so I'm a little bit older than you, both being a military background, both having that ability to abuse our bodies, I guess about the best way to say it.
Totally abuse the bodies. Yeah, 2 days ago was Veterans Day, dude. I was like re-looking at all my footage, and I was like, oh yeah, like, 95, 100 foot patrols all the way to gear. Like, the body's definitely broken. It needs to be recovered.
Back when we were saying, hey, I could do this. This is really just about quality of life. Yeah. So again, you're still gonna have aches and pains. You're still gonna, those things aren't gonna go away. But if you can basically help boost your body or help boost your system into just basically recovering on its own, I think it's better for everybody. So that's really why I'm so into finding the latest and greatest different things that we can do to help ourselves heal. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, I know you said you work with, you're trying to, you work with different types of athletes. You work with fighters a lot, right? Yep. MMA fighters. And I guess, like, if there's anyone out there who is an athlete, or if you're someone that is, doing quite a bit of exercising, you should really consider adding a little bit more of a recovery into your process. One of the things that I like about what Rob's done here at Cryowave is that he's packaged up a lot of these services at a super affordable rate compared to what I've seen for Cryowave sessions in general. Sometimes it's kind of crazy, but this is a part of like a package that people could get, right?
Correct.
So they can come here and get a full recovery.
Absolutely, and that's again the whole idea is what you guys didn't see on camera is Joe and I had a conversation. I do it with everybody, kind of finding out every week, as you probably everybody knows, it's different. I mean, you could be stressed out at your job, you could have had a hard day at the gym. So really finding out, hey, it's my legs that have been bothering me. Everything else feels fine. I mean, that's something I just kind of talk to and see where everything is. Because again, I'm not going to put you in something that I don't think is going to give you a benefit. So after talking to you, I knew cryotherapy is going to help the whole body. Compression is going to be really, focused on your legs, which were the area that you were complaining about. But I mean, I do have other modalities that, if it was again an issue with inflammation, I mean, we do have a red light, which is just a different way of helping that person heal.
I came in and I was like, my legs! I just crushed some hardcore workouts, Rob. I'm walking in here, little peg leg, help me. And he was like, Joe, I got the right thing for you.
You did sound like that.
And the voice was just like that, high pitch. Yep. I used to sing soprano. I used to sing, so I was in a choir. I was in, and I'm pretty famous. Like, we won competitions in elementary school for the choir, Gaffney Elementary School. For those of you that know, but soprano I used to sing, and my voice used to get high.
Oh, that's funny.
No, but so a lot of what I'm trying to do right now, sitting through this, is again just trying to I'm talking a lot now, but trying to focus on breathing, supplying oxygen to the body.
Well, again, the nice thing is when you get out of cryo treatment, I mean, that energy boost that you're feeling, again, your energy, your mood changes, everything feels a little bit better, everything feels a little bit lighter. Again, doing something like this, I can see why you're just, let's go, let's.
I'm ready to hit it.
Let's move in, and that's really the best part about it. And anybody that works out or had worked out at one time, the one thing that we always had a recovery day. But that usually meant we just sat at home and did nothing, Maybe you stretched a little bit. Yep. I mean, but for the most part, when you're younger, you're like, I'm not going to go to the gym. Yep. So now trying to take a step back and talk to everybody. And again, you don't have to be an athlete. Yes, I work with plenty of athletes, but again, anybody can benefit from a recovery day, but actually doing an active recovery day, I think would help everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Active recovery day. That's right. Like, if you could be doing anything to your routine now, it's trying to get into a routine of full recovery. So it's just like everything else. So I've got a financial background. You guys know if you're following me on anything I'm talking about, crypto and finance and economics and stuff. But in finance and investments, we say diversified portfolio is the best portfolio, right? So you're adding tools to the toolbox to make sure that you're financially sound across the board. Same thing with exercise and fitness and wellness overall. I'd say wellness is that, if you're exercising, that's great. That's a tool in the toolbox. If you are, I add in meditation and breathing. That's helping you to start to heal the mind, right? Start to heal the conscious and start to heal the unconscious, the ego. Adding in the recovery services, like coming. I think coming here like even just being able to do it all at once is nice.
Yep.
These are all tools that you can add to your toolbox for just to work on general wellness. And that's what it is. It's mind, body, spirit, right? That's the three things it always leads to, really.
Correct. Yeah. No,
sound body, sound mind, if you're flowing, right?
Completely agree with you. And I think that's really, you hit the nail on the head as far as why I started this business. I started this business because of my own aches and pains.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started finding something that, again, like I said before, I don't have to take a needle to get pain relief. I could actually have just basically jumpstart my own body and to start healing itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I started feeling better, I'm like, wow, maybe I should really look into this holistic side.
Yeah.
I think Western medicine has gotten some, it's starting to come back, but 20 years ago it was like voodoo.
Right.
Give me a needle or something along those lines, where at least we're opening our minds and saying, well, wait a minute, what does this do? How does this help my body heal from within? And that's really what kind of generated me into this whole career path.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It's amazing. You really do have the power to control your body and the way your body functions. And, we're starting to learn that more and more as time goes on, is that, a lot of the things that we've been told in the past and a lot of the things that we know about medicine, especially allopathic medicine, is that, you try to explain everything, but you can't at the end of the day. So there's certain things that science cannot explain, like consciousness, right? Science can't explain consciousness. We know that there's a lot of Eastern medicines that are now being shown to work. A lot of what I talk about is being able to control the autonomic nervous system through breathing and through meditation. That's something that, I had no clue that the human body could do until I started learning about meditation, wellness, and then I got introduced to breathing. And then through breathing, being able to control the autonomic nervous system, being able to release stress hormones at will, which in turn change the chemistry of your body. They change from a physiological perspective, you start becoming more alkaline, less acidity. Right now, I feel like all this acidity and lactic acid is just being completely flushed out from my legs, right?
Right, and like I said, as the system is working, again, you do get that relief. But again, when it's all done and you come out of the boots, that's again when you feel the most relief. It's just like, okay, that was well worth my time to feel a little bit better. And like I said, I mean, anything nowadays, you start looking at muscle scraping is becoming big, cupping, things of that nature. But that's again all from medicines and things that have already happened.
Right.
So these are tried and true methods that again give you relief a little bit faster, and again self healing. So.
Sounds good, Chris. Thanks for joining, bro. If you're also joining right now, let us know who you are, where you're tuning in from, and what platform. Welcome, everyone. Again, we're so. What this live stream is about is it's really tuning into today's cryotherapy session. I just got into the cryo chamber just before this. Rob here from Cryowave in Connecticut dropped the temperature down to negative 200 plus, right? Negative 200 plus. And that allowed my body to, the circulatory system started to contract a little bit. All those little micro muscles that are in the veins in the circulatory system. Did you know that your veins are able to wrap around the world a couple times? That's how much vein we have in length. And once I came out of that, the body starts to warm up a little bit. He threw me into these leg sleeves, and perfect day for it. I hit legs this morning at the gym. I had a longer week at the gym this week with recovery. And now that the veins and the muscles and the circulatory veins are all nice and dilated, I'm able to actually compress the legs and help bring blood back into the system. When are people typically doing this kind of recovery? So like, would I be coming like after workouts, or can I go work out right after this kind of thing? Like when do you usually see this being
You know,
used?
and it varies, and it really depends on the person. I mean, again, I've had people do cryotherapy before football games for that energy boost. I've had them do it afterwards for a recovery side. You know, your body gets multiple benefits from doing it before and after, which is kind of nice. Again, there's nothing here that we're just basically jump starting your own body into to working out. So you could definitely use, probably not again because it has two modes. With I'd probably put you on an A mode before a workout because that's more of a gentler relaxation, get those muscles kind of moving, get the blood flowing. What you're on currently, again, is because we talked prior to, and you said, yeah, my legs are killing. I had a killer leg day. Again, we're really trying to just force out some of that lactic acid, trying to really force in the good high O2 oxygen back into the muscle groups, which is what we're trying to accomplish. So again, that's why we did cryotherapy first, and we did this. So I kind of see it both ways. I mean, working with high school athletes, the one thing that I did notice in the year and a half that I've been in business is other than UFC and some of all the major colleges, a lot of these modalities people can't get their hands on because it's expensive. The machine itself is expensive, things of that nature. Yeah. So it's not like it doesn't work or hey, the reason why I don't see it is because it doesn't work. Right. It's just because I can't get my hands on it. Yeah. When I started working with a lot of these athletes, I just assumed, once you started becoming a professional at a job, all of these things were available to you, and they're really not. Unless you're a UFC fighter, unfortunately, there's really no place. You have to kind of go look at it on yourself. So a lot of these guys I work with to allow them to have recovery in their systems. But that's really, up until that point, they had no idea that the services were available at this level.
Yeah. Services are kind of expensive, so like that's one of the benefits about Cryowave is that like you're gonna get a better deal out of your actual session. It can be expensive. Rob's done a good job because he's such a good person. This guy's a really good dude. Well, so and he really does look out for people. So.
Well, we've talked about this in length. With being a veteran, with our military background. If I can talk to you and find out what are the major issues or why am I here, and you leave better than when you felt when you came in. And again, it doesn't matter if I have to do this, I have to do some muscle scraping with you, put you in the cryo. I want you to leave going, okay, next week I'm going to go back and see Rob. So, money, of course, we all need we need to pay our mortgages, we need to pay for our cars. Right. Absolutely, but at the same time, that value-added service, is that what's going to keep bringing you back to get them? That's really why I do it.
Yeah. Now, you are mobile too, right? Are you mobile right now for business, or what's going on with that?
With COVID-19, the problem with COVID-19 is a lot of gyms are at 20-30% capacity. So it's really been kind of slowing down our mobile side of the house. But yes, I mean, I've done everything from setting up in gyms. I've had a few gyms where I would set up regularly to doing like fundraisers for events. So all of the modalities would come down. It's up to them to kind of promote it within their group. And we've done it that way. So, knock on wood.
This dude's mobile. If you're someone out there that's like, I want to like hire like a personal one-on-one guy for recovery too.
Yes, we can definitely do that. I mean, we can put our stuff anywhere. I mean, we don't need a big footprint, which is kind of nice. A lot of our stuff is small, and everything that I have is mobile. So yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the one benefit of what we do is we can come to you, set up, and like I said, I've had a lot of success with working with groups, saying, okay, you bring your group to me, and we'll profit share. We'll do some things. We'll raise some money for your cause. And everybody gets a recovery session out of it, which, like I said, everybody leaves feeling a whole lot better.
Right.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. And again, any of the vets out there too, as well. This is a place that you could call home. I mean, you're doing recovery services across the board. So like firefighter, police, athlete,
Absolutely.
everyday people. It's a good deal, man. I didn't know. Another thing, fun fact too, is let's kind of rewind a little bit about breathing, right, and oxygen uptake. I didn't realize with nasal breathing that you absorb like over 20%, like 20 to 30% more oxygen into the body.
Yeah.
Did you know that? If you knew that, leave a comment. But did you know that you absorb more than 20% more oxygen by breathing in through your nose and breathing in through your mouth? That's why they say we shouldn't be mouth breathers. We weren't mouth breathers, right?
Right. Well, and again, it's just it's one of those things where people are starting to look at other options, which is kind of nice. I mean, nobody teaches you how when you're running. Nobody teaches you how to breathe.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy to think of,
Yeah,
but again, when you get to that professional level, they actually do breathing exercises and things of that nature because they understand how important it is. I mean, we don't breathe normally, with a full capacity of our lungs. We don't get as much oxygen, and technically with bad breathing, we actually fatigue faster. So you have all these athletes where you look at them and you're like, oh my God, this guy should kill it.
Yeah.
And they phase out, and you're like, well, how is that possible? Well, yeah, they again, through untrained breathing and a lot of other, they just phase out a lot faster than they.
So if you're an athlete out there, if you're someone that's like, man, I'm getting gassed, or I'm getting like, or I'm walking up the stairs. I do it too sometimes. I'm like, I just walked up the stairs. Why am I out of breath? It's probably because you're not breathing. Breathe in through your nose. Like if you catch yourself breathing through your mouth, just close your mouth. Breathe through your nose, and then why breathe through your nose? Because you absorb more oxygen, and then you start feeling better, and then that totally connects it.
Well, people fail to realize. I mean, your body makes that switch. So again, if you're running, there's going to come a time where your body's just going to do what it automatically is going to do, and breathe through the mouth to get the maximum. But again, people don't do that, so they're breathing through the nose before they should.
Right.
And that's really what causes the issues, I think. If you realize breathing through your nose is going to get you so far, and then your body's automatically going to change into mouth breathing anyway when you really need to deep breathe because you're running out, you're on a mile 2 or mile 3 of your run. Yeah, absolutely. But I think we start that process way too soon. And again, that fatigues us way too fast.
Right. Yeah. I was getting fatigued this morning for the workout. I was over at Yankee CrossFit, so you guys have seen me doing the breathing exercises there at Yankee CrossFit in Farmington, Connecticut. Yeah, Bam over there had me breathing this morning. I was dying. I was the last person, but it was so good. We had such a good class, so it was a great Friday morning. I was trying to focus on breathing, but I was super gassed. Oh, we were on the bike too, so this is great. The bike this morning, my legs were a little sore, but I could tell that right after I get out of these sleeves here, I'm gonna feel like I could probably go run a couple miles.
Well, that's
Who knows at this point?
As long as when you wake up or tomorrow even, just the consistency is what everybody lacks, I think, or people that don't find success. It's only because you start compounding things week after week. Okay, I'm not taking care of my body. I'm not recovering properly. I'm not doing active recovery. Okay, I'm sore. I'm working out, but now I'm only working out Monday and Friday because I got to skip Wednesday because I can't move. These things over time, and that's really where you see people just quit because they're like, that's too hard.
Right.
Well, no, if you actually had a plan and set that plan in motion from day one, I think you'll see a lot more success. It's not as if Yankee CrossFit or BAM isn't well known in the area. I mean, he's an elite athlete. He knows what he's doing. So you can't say, okay, that's not it. I think a lot of people just they want to take that magic pill and magically
I want it easy. I
want to be 21 again. I want to lose all this. It's not as easy as that. But I think if you put a game plan in place and say, wait a minute, I'm going to actively recover. I'm going to do things so that I can continue to go to the gym, whether you pick three days a week or whatever your schedule is, and then don't miss it. That consistency, people then see results.
Yeah. So that's something that I'm going to definitely keep doing with y'all. I'm going to be breathing again this weekend. Watch out for that. Been building up the page for that. Tactical pause again. again, so the links. Let's talk real quick again. So if you're wanting to book a session with Rob, you can click. You can either scan that QR code right there, or you can find the link in the description where it says book here, book a session here. You get 10% off your session if you put in Joe Rap TV, or if you come to the session, you say, hey Rob, I heard this from Joe. You get 10% off. You got some other links down there too. We got Tactical Pause. You got Joe Rap TV. You can subscribe for all of this content that's been coming out here. I got a microdose course on there, all the wellness related stuff. So, this is great, man. This is a good Friday. I think I like Fridays for recovery days.
Absolutely. And again, I always tell people to give themselves an hour of recovery because, again, with CrossFit, everybody is in that hour mindset.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of concept. I mean, yes, it only takes 3 minutes to do cryo, but I really like to spend about an hour with people. So this is usually half an hour. Maybe do something else with you as far as stretching or something along those lines just to get you feeling better. But I always tell people, block off an hour. The one thing, even with the code above, because of COVID-19, I like to keep everybody spaced out. Yeah. So you're never in here with somebody else. And
yeah, we're alone right now.
Correct. I do that on purpose. So again, I'm going to call you to confirm dates and times, make sure that I have spacing on my schedule and everything is good to go. So when you actually go there, you're basically setting an appointment, but I still have to kind of confirm it with you, which is nice. And then hey, I'm going to be by myself. It's a very small area anyway, but because of COVID-19, we don't want anybody to worry about that.
Right.
And that's kind of how we take it from there. As far as every single time you come back, you're going to be by yourself. It's going to be an in and out process. And like I said, if you can give me an hour, great. If it's a half hour, or if you just want to do cryo, you're literally in and out in 5 minutes. So it's really kind of what we do.
So can you explain the packages real quick then? Like the options kind of for people when it comes to that?
Yeah, so again, the packages themselves, I mean, most of the stuff that we do is individual online. And then the package of two together is really what I work with. I do have monthlies. If that's something, like I said, if you're interested and you really start coming back and you make it a consistent part of it, then we can talk just putting you in a monthly like once a week or 2 times a week and really save you money. So that's really how I approach it. I want them to keep coming back, feeling good, and then we approach saying, listen, let's just get you on a monthly schedule. This is your time slot, and then that's when you come back.
Right.
So it's easy for everybody.
Woo! Nice.
And you're done.
So these things, these bad boys and bad girls just ended right here. I feel like, so I broke my leg once. I broke my leg when I was in 6th grade, and I had a cast that was literally the same size as this. It came all the way up here. So I feel like...
Did you have like a bad
a snowboard accident? Broke a little fracture below my growth plates here, and then everyone was like, "We want his legs to grow," so I made sure I got that all taken care of. My legs feel great, man. Yeah, my legs feel great. If I show them off a little bit.
Oh yeah, you show them off.
1, 2.
Sexy legs.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Perfect. Hey, well I think that's good for today then.
Yeah, no, as long as we can do some scraping or something like that off camera if you want. But I think
you want to do some scraping?
We'll do muscle scraping if you have any issues with your legs, especially by your knees and things of that nature. We can do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are joining me for scraping now. I'm getting a bonus here. I didn't realize I was going to get the full package treatment here. But all right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the table and lay down, and Rob's going to scrape me. What does that even mean? We're going to learn what this even means. All right, here we go, everyone. I'm going to turn.
The way you even talk about it is insane.
Here we go. So I'm going to go like this now. I'm going to bring you. We'll flip right around. There we go. Again, if you guys got any questions for myself or for Rob this whole time, if he's doing anything and you're wondering why he's doing it, just go ahead and leave a comment. We can see your comments and all your questions. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for joining me here today. We're all connecting at the same time. Live stream is amazing. Technology is amazing. And it's a Friday, y'all. this is the best place to tune into. Trust me, you're gonna learn more here than you're gonna learn anywhere else.
That's it. So after the 2 treatments, any issues, any areas where you still feel soreness or any complaints?
Probably
the inside of the
yeah,
legs.
the inside legs.
Which is normal when you do squats.
Yep.
As you know.
Probably they are the most.
Okay, perfect.
I'd say that's
So,
probably the most.
Sit up, normal.
Sit up.
Yes, sit on. Sorry.
This is new to me.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing right now? What I guess what is scraping? Because this is new to me as well.
Yeah. So again, scraping, we're just getting into that area and we're removing any adhesions or anything that's kind of quote unquote stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the blood flow there, so you don't want to overwork the area, but it will get red and flush,
yep.
Which again is just getting that blood flow in there. But you're also kind of trying to break anything up that is kind of not working properly. So
cool.
we do a little liquid to kind of keep everything flowing.
Look at this, huh?
So on this side.
The Army bros can see us now.
I know it's.
Rob's a Marine though, so.
It's okay. We're good.
You know. What are you gonna do?
So again, just for you to point out where in this area would you just in that area.
Yeah, I'd say exactly where you're putting.
Okay. So again, we're just gonna kind of go in here and just try to hear. And I kind of can feel it with the thing. It almost feels like a little bubbles.
Okay. Yep.
But the easiest way to explain it.
Oh, you know what they do too. Let me turn that microphone on. I don't think it hears. So again, Rob right now is scraping my quads. So the whole theory behind this is that, again, we got in the cold, right? So we were able to constrict a lot of the cardiovascular system, the veins, all of the veins and everything, which helps with circulation, right? I just gotten those leg sleeves, so I came out. So theoretically speaking, all of my veins, blood's able to flow through them better because they got dilated, right? They contracted, and then after I came out, the floodgates opened back open, and there's more blood flowing through the veins, more blood flowing through the body.
Yep.
I had primarily discomfort in my quads from squatting this morning, so that's why right now he's focusing on just kind of working through the muscles in this area, helping to scrape those muscles, helping to help push blood flow back into that area. It feels pretty good.
Yeah. And like I said, any area that is, again, these are the areas where you were talking about, and as you can see, they are flush with blood. That's basically telling me there was a little bit of an issue with motion.
Okay, I see.
So again, you're talking about fascia, you're talking about things that get stuck. It is what it is, but all we're doing is just trying to loosen things up and get that flow back.
Great.
That's really it.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Do me a favor, man.
Yes, sir.
You turn that microphone on. Nice.
Better?
Yeah.
All right, better.
Cool, y'all. So that's it. This is a great Friday. I mean, I feel like this was a really good part of my recovery for my week. Again, thanks for having me back here. We're gonna be collaborating together and stuff. Rob and I are both vets, and a lot of the businesses and a lot of where our passions lie is helping others with things that we found that helped ourselves primarily. And a lot of people right now out there are struggling in one way or another. So, you know, whether you're watching the content, you're doing breathing and meditation, or you're getting more interested in cold therapy and maybe doing some cold showers, or you know, you might want to step it up. That's really what we're trying to do. So, so this has been great. Again, you've got the QR code there if you want to book a Rob. Scan that thing. You've got the Instagram account where you can hit book. If you use the code JoeRapTV, you get 10% off your session. Great space here. Rob's done a good job to have one-on-one care. This way there's less exposure to anyone else. And if you're someone that's if you're a super special person who needs some mobile needs,
right, And like I said, if you own a gym, you know somebody owns a gym, or you want these services at a gym, by all means, leave me a message or get a hold of me either through an email, through our website, cryowave.net. I'm more than happy to do that as well. Like I said, just unfortunately with COVID-19 and all the restrictions, it's a little bit tough now, but I got no problem doing the best I can with that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for today's episode. We'll see you soon.
Cool. Thanks.